Hi, welcome back to Thinksipwrite. I'm Rickpipito, and today I'm in Cape May, New Jersey at Cape May Point, and this structure behind me is the focus of this episode. This is called Battery 223. It was a bunker built during World War II, and it was basically a lookout post, and you'll see why. It's at the very southern tip of New Jersey. There is a great view of all angles of the coast, really, and you can see why they chose this place. So I'm going to be doing this episode from a couple different angles, and I'm going to keep rotating like this. I hope it's not too annoying, but I want you to get an idea of what it looks like behind me, because this is just something, like I said, I stumbled upon it. I was hiking a trail and I found this here. I've been coming here since I was a kid, and I had never known this was here. So there's some fascinating history all throughout, everywhere. This is just one of those spots. Okay, right up behind me, right there, there is one of the pipes, and you can kind of see how thick the concrete is. I know it's weird scale here, and down bottom and in some places where you can see the wood pylons, I mean, this thing was covered at one point with sand and beach. It was built in 1943, and by 1944 they closed it down for its original operation. The 6-inch gun was actually decommissioned by 1950. They took that away. It never actually fired on enemies, but they did do plenty of live fire tests and training here. For the rest of the 40s, it was not used for what its original purpose was, but they used it for storage, and they had some planning going on here, but it was mostly a storage facility. In 1958, there's that chimney I was talking about. In 1958, they started using it as a communication tower or bunker, and you can see where the beach eroded. You can see the water lines, and I'm actually going to pan over here, and you can see behind me that's Cape May Point Lighthouse. It's one of the many lighthouses along the coast. At the end of this episode, I'm going to put up a slideshow. I found a blueprint of the inside of this place, and it will describe some of the rooms and everything, but it was cool. It was one of the original blueprints. So right down here, I wanted to show you, you can see, let's see if I can get a good angle. Can't really see because of the glare, but there's wood pylon down here, and you can see that that's what it was built on. And right down here you can see some of the eroded pipes. These are about 4-inch pipes, and this was part of the ventilation and water system that went into the place. There was a latrine in there, so they did have a way to go to the bathroom. Now up on top, after it was decommissioned from being a bunker and they started using it for radio communications, they actually built another concrete pad on top that had different outlook areas, and it was kind of like a little luxury type area. So this is Battery 223. I hope you liked it. I'm going to get down to the beach, right at the line down there, and I'm going to get a better view of what is here, because this is a beautiful place. The Sunset Beach is right at the other end of the lighthouse over there. It's about a mile down the road, and that's also a great point. You can actually see a sunken ship over there, and it's kind of eroding away, but during the winter we actually found an old railroad track that had uncovered. Of course, it's covered back up when I went back to take pictures, but there's a lot of really cool history in Cape May, other than it just being a really great place to visit. One other thing I wanted to say, it's a little bit easier to hear me here. There's a good shot of the bunker in the distance, but when you're hiking along these trails, I know a lot of the history is gone, but there's a lot of wildlife that you could see that you don't normally see, birds that you don't normally see just on a typical beach, and plant life, and they have trails and everything. So if you ever get a chance to come down here, you definitely want to check it out. I thank you for tuning in. I've got a bog right behind me. This is just one of the little areas off the trail. Thank you for tuning in to Think Sip Write. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, comment, send me a message. I always like hearing from you. Till next time, cheers.